And I would normally make this a red cell. The reason I'm not making red, actually it wasn't too bad. I'll leave it there. Excel uses varied colors for different inputs. Red means don't touch. It's a formula. There is something else I'm going to write here. Let me copy it. Oh. For now, you don't know what that is, but I'm going to calculate a cell called difference. It's the difference between present value of the annuity minus the target value. I'm going to make that a purple. If you do it currency, negative numbers are also converted into red. This is going to be kind of harsh. It's going to be kind of obvious why I need something like that. But for now, let's start with a simple problem. What is the car loan here? How much do you pay a month?
$212.
$212. How many payments you got left?
Probably 3 years.
Okay, let's say 3 years. You don't have to be exact. So you remember what your rate was?
I think it was 5.5.
5.5. And there is no balloon payment in car loans. There can be, but nobody actually chooses that. Now, this means that's the present value of those payments. That means, what was your name?
Austin.
Austin. Of course, we're going to call it the Spook. Austin Powers, Spy, Spook. I went to military boarding school. Coming up with nicknames is a kind of national sports over there. If you were to retire your loan right now, you can simply pay $7,020.82. They're going to say, okay, we're even. That's what present value means. Now, the present value calculation is fine. Suppose we ask a different question. You want to go to your bank that has the loan, or you're going to refinance, and how old is your car?
10 years old.
10 years old. We can probably get you at most 5 years, but let's pretend we can get you a 6-year loan. Okay? You want to refinance and extend the payments into 6 years. That is the current value of the loan. What would be the payments if I extended this into a 6-year loan and the new interest rate is 6.5? Probably interest rates have increased since you originally got the loan. So let's first make this 6.5 and 6 years. Now, I want to know what would be the payment if I did this. There is a function called PMT in Excel. You can use that. But there's an easier way. I already have the template. All I have to do is add to the target value the actual value of the loan. And since I have freakishly strong memory, I know that that's 720.82. Okay. Now, as you know, that all those hashtags mean the cell is not wide enough to contain the number. This is my target. That's the value of the loan if those are the parameters. Okay. I want to change the thing that I don't know, because I know the interest rate, I know the length, I know the frequency of payments and balloon payment. What I don't know is periodic payment. I'm going to change that number such that the difference between target value and present value is going to be 0. We can kind of do it in an uncivilized way, which means trial and error. Well, we know that payments have to be lower, because at these, I'm paying too much. So let's see. Well, 100 is too low. 125, too high. I can go on like that. In fact, there is a relatively slow but surefire algorithm called bisection. Once you figure out that the solution lies in a certain interval, as the next point, you always try the middle. And based on that, you get a new interval that contains the solution. You go to the half of that. Well, we're civilized. We don't have to do that manually. Click on that difference number. Under Data tab, by the way, your Data tab may not have to be where my Data tab is. You can actually move that around. I'm left eye dominant, so I put things that I use the most to the left of the menu. I can show you how to do that. On any tab, right-click, customize the ribbon. Suppose I want to move my, I don't want to see this either. I want to move these macros up here. Suddenly my macros move there, okay? Normally the Data tab is somewhere around here for you guys. But under Data tab, towards the end, there's a little box called What If Analysis. Click. We will use this later on during the semester, but right now hit Goal Seek. You get a dialog box with 3 arguments. The first one is, where's your target? Oh, here's my target. I want to do something to that cell, or I want that cell to be something. Well, the second argument says, what is that something? Well, I want that to be 0. That's why I created the difference thing, because that will always be 0. In order to achieve that objective, what am I free to vary around? Periodic payment. Now, 3 important rules in this goal seek. Your objective cell has to contain a formula. Things that change based on the inputs. The second one has to be a pure number that you manually enter. And the third one has to refer to a cell that does not contain a formula. It has to be just a number. Hit OK. Find your solution. That means if you made payments of $118.02, that's going to be your new payments. You can now have 6-year loan. Let me post this version if you want to use it. And I'm going to ask you guys. Ew, like it's not on. This could be kind of your starting point. Now let me ask you a question. Suppose the bank said, it's an old car, I'm not going to finance it for 6 years. How about I give you 4 years of financing? Now, I want the volunteers to tell me what the payment would be on this 4-year loan.